Yo, what's up, Elite Slays? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Dan's twin? Can you tell me about it? Look at the size of this thing. It's made all the skin around it swell up. It hurts, man. It's like it's trying to escape and leave my body, you know? Anyway, how is everyone? How's everyone doing? I'm so tired. Getting up at 6 o'clock and then finishing at like... Didn't get home till 7. It's a 12-hour day. It's horrible. I was thinking about it. I was just going to post that video and be done with it. But I might stream for like an hour. We'll see. I've got a couple more videos I want to make, so... Yo, what's up, Matt? How you doing, man? Got a really bad cut on my thumb. It's really pissing me off. I'll tell you what I want to do. All I want to do right now is just stream PC. But unless someone's going to buy me a graphics card and send it to me through the post, it's not going to happen. Yo, what's up, Leighton? How you doing, man? Sorry, I did see your comment. I did acknowledge it, but words didn't come out of my mouth. I might do some... I've seen a lot of people be getting popular on YouTube by doing reacting videos to like all these diss tracks that are being dropped. I'm thinking about doing some reaction videos. Some of these diss tracks. I'm not playing Crossfire. I want to play some DLC like Kill House. So I get it. Every time, right, I gain like a do some healing reaction videos. No, not yet. I'm saving that lunch stream for something special, mate. YouTube's really starting to piss me off, you know. Every time I gain subs, I lose. Every time like I gain 50, I lose 25. So I'm losing like half the subs I'm gaining. Like, makes no sense to me. And don't get me wrong, gaining 25 subs in a day is good, like really good. But gaining 50 is even better. And if I'm taking 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, so on and so forth. Instead of taking 2 steps forward, 2 steps forward, 2 steps forward. I haven't watched that one. I've watched everyone's reaction to KSI's video except Harry's. I don't really like the only YouTuber that I like and I watch who's like that big is probably KSI. I've been watching KSI since he had like less than 1 million. I watched him when he was doing his old FIFA videos, and then he started going out and doing them awkward public like questions, and then he did like all those that get hyper or so on and so forth. I need to whack some music on in the background. Hold up. I'm not playing Crash. There we go, got some music popping. See, I don't really like, I didn't watch any of the Sidemen. I used to watch Tobe Jizzle, or whatever his name, Tobe J, or whatever. And then I used to watch Ali A as well, was another one I used to watch. Never really liked Mini Miter, whatever his name is. Who else did I watch? I watched Rice Gun before he got like super big. I mean, he's like, he was big-ish when I started watching him, but I watched him on Twitch because he used to stream a lot. Don't know what to make of this flavour. I got blackcurrant and blueberry, and it tastes different. No, Temper. I used to watch Temper when he used to record with a camera. Fakey as well, 2010, 2011 sort of time. Then I started watching Rain like a little bit later, because he used to be in Dare when I first started watching him, but he wasn't very entertaining. And trick shotting, I only really took an interest in trick shotting for like 2 years. I started my own trick shotting team back in 2011. We did pretty well, I mean. And then some guy who joined the team as a leader, he stole the channel from me, so I stopped doing it. It was called Delusion Empire. we hardly had any subs. We had like 300, but we were getting like over 1,000 views a video. Like that was nuts back then. Like if you're in a trick shot team and you establish yourself getting like that many views a video, you're across like pretty good. Like I'm talking like 7 years ago, back when I was 15, 16. Oh really? Yeah, Jeff. I've watched Jeff since when he was in Daff. I don't enjoy watching the phase members anymore. They're so boring. It's same old, same old. Oh look, I bought a gold chain. Oh look, I've got another car. Oh look, we've got into a nice big house. Look, we're getting free tattoos. Blah 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 blah. Like I give a shit. And yeah, don't get me wrong, I'd love to join them just because of the fame and like the attention and stuff. And you could join them for like 6 months, use their name, get big, and then leave. Like, I think that's probably what I would do. To be fair, I'd use phase as a stepping stone to build my own audience. You know. I have explosive diarrhea coming out pure liquid. I think it's vodka. Fantastic. Well, have a wonderful time shitting. Hmm? 9 lives. Do I know 9 lives? Elaborate, please. I remember 9 Lives, a PC player, a long time ago. Stevie 9 Lives, he was called. One of the best, what's the word I'm looking for? Not competitive, like scrims and... I suppose that's classed as competitive. Oh, Daff 9, okay. No, never really watched Daff 9. Daff Aimbot, I used to watch Daff Aimbot. There were quite a few teams I used to watch a long time ago, but it's very limited now. I get bored easily now, so there's not many YouTubers who can keep me entertained. I'm surprised I'm still watching KSI, to be honest. He left YouTube for a while, come back, dropping diss tracks left, right and centre. He's a funny guy. He didn't used to live that far away from me either. He used to live less than half an hour away from me. Cool guy though. One of the guys who I used to who sometimes come in the stream, he met him. Robbie, his name's Simplicity. He met him in a club, and KSI bought him a tequila shot. I think that's like a sick. It's like a sick thing for a YouTuber to do. I mean, KSI's got plenty of dollar. Yo, what's up? It's Cuz. How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. KSI needs to sell his Lambo. Like, what's his face has got one, hasn't he? Deji got one. Deji's is cheaper but faster. KSI's cost him $250,000. Like, that's a lot of money for a car. I still remember when Rain got his Audi. He's like Audi 2017 R8, and he crashed it. Well, actually, he didn't crash it. Someone crashed into him. How's everyone doing anyway? Welcome to the stream, people who are here but aren't talking in the chat. How are you all doing? I think my favourite car that a YouTuber has bought is, even though I don't like him, is probably Rain's Tesla. I love Teslas. There's a guy who lives near me who has a red Tesla. A really nice car. A really nice car. And the fact that they're electric just makes it even cooler. Get the fuck off there, you twat. Can I play with you? This stream's only gonna be short, man, but if you're on Xbox, just send me a message and I'll add you for sure. I'm just having a short stream chilling by myself. I'm tired, just need to wind down. This is my winding down. Not taking it too seriously. If I die, I die. Nice daughter, man. Nissan GTR boy, the dream. I don't, my dream car, right? I will own one day. I fucking swear to God, I will own one. They'll be cheaper, they still look nice by the time I can afford one. Is a Ford Shelby Mustang GT500 2013 edition. I'll see if I can get a picture up on my phone. Hold up. You must have seen this car. Like, they're not actually that expensive. Like, they're about 15 to 25 grand depending on the dealership you go to, or depending on if you go for a private dealership. But they are like, it's not the power I want, it's the sound the car makes and the body shape. They're heavy cars, they're like nearly 2 tons, like they're a heavy car. But they're just beautiful. I'm trying to find a good picture. There's not many good pictures on it. I have one on Forza, like, kitted out. And it's funny, I wanted this car since way before I left school, and then they brought out Need for Speed, the film with Aaron Paul in it. And he drives one. Oh my god, beautiful car. The shape. I wouldn't have a convertible though, I'd just have a standard. I wouldn't have a soft top. They're nice cars, they're really nice cars. I just can't find a decent picture, like, what the fuck? I've seen a few, like, in person, driving around where I live, but I've never, I'd love to sit in one, like, the cars themselves, the build, the body shape, the noise they make, their 0 to 60, their 0 to 100 is just nuts, like. That's an alright picture. This is at the Goodwood Festival of Speed. This happens near where I live. Don't know if you can see that picture very well, but... Focus. Focus. Such nice cars. My gamer tags Daff, it's in the middle of the top of the screen, buddy. The car itself is just, it's just such a nice. It's easy on the eyes. The car's easy on the eyes. Like, it looks really nice. So I don't look at it and think, oh, look at that, it's disgusting. The grille looks disgusting. Blah blah, so on and so forth. It's a car you look at and think, wow, it's a nice car. They obviously put a lot of care and thought into that car. Like, they haven't changed the body shape in the last 4 years too much. I think the newer editions have got like a slightly angled, what's the word? A slightly angled spoiler, and then the door shape at the bottom, more closer towards the front wheel, it's been shaped a bit more, so it's a bit inverted. But the shape of the car itself has not changed too much over the last 4 years, and I hope they keep it that way. Because if I could ever afford to buy a brand new edition, I would get one, no doubt. If you want to have a look at better pictures, I'll write in the chat. They are Mustangs, they're a Mustang. But I'm just typing in the chat for anyone to look at the pictures. And I think they're a V8 engine. I don't think they're V10, they're V8. They're 0 to 60 is like 4 seconds, 4.5 seconds. But I'm not one for driving fast, or I don't drive, but I don't think I'd be one for driving fast. But then again, you can't buy a car like that and not drive fast on the odd occasion, because they're built to withstand some G-force. I can just imagine me cruising at like 100 miles an hour down an M road, just like nuts. If I win the lottery, first thing I'm doing, well, I would have learned to drive by then, but whatever. If I ever won the lottery, the first thing I'd do is go to the closest dealership and buy that car outright. I would fucking buy that car. Or if I ever came into a decent amount of money, or if I end up with a pretty good job soon, hopefully, I'm going to get my driving license under my belt and buy that fucking car, I tell you. I haven't seen any of them. I don't really like Dodges. I used to when I was a kid, like kid kid. I'm talking like 7 or 8, because I used to have the Hot Wheels. But Dodges themselves, I just don't like the body shape of the car. It's too rounded. Well, actually I can't say that because I don't know what the new Dodge looks like, but the old Dodges back in the early 2000s, like this millennia, the shapes of them are very, I don't know, they're very, the bonnet's really long, then they've got a short passenger and driver seat area, so like the roof to the boot. And then the boot from the back window just slants to the boot. Like, it's a very small car, like the original Dodges, like not the original Dodges, obviously not like a Dodge Charger or a Dodge Challenger, but like the sports cars, the Dodge sports cars. Like my neighbour used to have a Dodge pickup truck. That thing used to look like a machine. Like when I used to live down my old road, he had it always parked in his driveway. I swear he never drove it, he just bought it to look at it, but it's a nice looking car. Kawasaki King of Dirt Bikes. Yes, I do. It's been a while, man. How are you? That's the thing though, they make all these cars that are capable of going like 200 miles an hour and then they put speed limits in. Like, why not just make a car that can go 30 miles an hour? I'm not saying they should, I'm saying like these rules are put in place, yet car manufacturers make these cars to go speeds that they aren't even allowed to drive. You know? Obviously, like, the only people that should have cars that go over the speed limit are police officers. Like, if they need to chase someone down or roadblock someone, that's what they should be doing, like. Only coppers. I'm alright. Just got over an injury from racing. Oh shit, man, what happened? Which console have you? Yo, what's up, gaming club? I am playing on an Xbox One. Xbox 303, my friend. Xbox 303. Man, this cut on my thumb is nasty. It won't go away. Well, obviously it's not going to disappear overnight, but... Libby! Lib! That doesn't surprise me. I have a bruised rib and hurt my collarbone and a torn ligament in my heel. Oh, I know what torn ligaments feel like. I had 2 in my ankle. No, not torn, snapped. Back when I used to play football. Hold up. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Libby!
He told me you just sent it to me.
Yeah, you still on the phone to him?
Yeah.
Is that for Missy's birthday?
No Triceratops, that's so
With
sweet.
biscuits and burger meat.
Yeah, mincemeat, because
Mincemeat.
I was just trying to actually cake. That's so sweet.
She's 4 years old. Fucking hell, he's had her 4 years.
Aww.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice and laid back. Did you like cook it?
Yeah, I'm assuming so. He didn't send me a picture of it cooked. It doesn't look like he's cooked it yet.
I don't think it would have gone through very well. I don't think it would have like stayed up in the oven.
Yeah, it would have.
The oven's in my bed for once.
Yeah, I know, it's because I closed my door so I didn't want him in it.
Oh, Mum feels like it.
Yeah, going back on that ligament thing, ligaments are one of the most painful. A ligament snap can be more painful than a break. That's what I was told when I was at the hospital. I couldn't feel anything in my whole leg. From my knee down, my leg was numb. From the minute it happened, almost like instant tingling feeling. But stupid enough for me, I was on crutches. I was meant to be on crutches for 6 weeks, and I couldn't stand hobbling along to college, not school, because that was my first year of college. I could not stand hobbling to college every day, so I got off crutches in a week, and now, because I didn't let the injury properly recover, I am stuck with a swollen ankle for life. It's not noticeably swollen until you put both my ankles together and look down at my feet. Like, it's not like a disgusting swell. It's just like, it's like a fraction of a centimetre bigger than my other one. Like, it's not visible, but when I do a lot of walking or a lot of running, or I'm doing something that involves me being on my feet for a long period of time, that's when it starts to swell, and you do notice it. But like I said, I've got that problem for life now. I should have just fucking listened to the doctors. But I can only learn from my mistakes. And ever since then, I've listened to the doctor every time. Anyway, man, I wish you a speedy recovery. I hope it doesn't affect you too much, and hopefully, if you listen to the doctors, it won't be a reoccurring injury. No worries later, man. I'll catch you later on, buddy. Take care. I still remember the first ever break I ever had. 16 years old I was. Many moons ago. It wasn't painful at the time. Adrenaline. Me and my friends were messing around down in like an orchard near where I live. And there was an old abandoned house, like in the middle of these orchards, right? We were just messing about, like, we weren't going to do anything stupid. And then we did something stupid. But anyway, long story short, we come up to this house. The windows were smashed, the place was empty, everything had been taken out of there. For some weird reason the door was locked. So me and my mate were trying to punch this door down, kick this door down, and break it down to get in there just to have a look and see what was inside. And anyway, my mate like shouldered it, and, like, it started to dent inwards ever so slightly. So I decided to be the big clever person and punched the door as hard as I could, and shattered my metatarsals, metatarsals. Anyway, I shattered 2 of the bones in my hand completely, just dust. Well, not dust, but a hairline fracture in one, and the other one was a proper fracture, like in half. And I remember going home, not being in any pain, but I noticed my hand had like swollen up to like the size of an elephant's foot, and yeah, my mum was like, "It's not broken, just put a bag of frozen peas on it, you'll be fine, go to school the next day." Bear in mind, it was like my last day of school, my last day at school completely, and I was finished with school for good. And all I had to do was go back to do like exams and stuff like that, tests. And yeah, anyway, ended up going to the hospital, and they're like, "Yeah, you've got some broken bones, you need a cast." And I had that cast for like 2 weeks, maybe a week. I can't remember. I didn't have it long anyway. It wasn't like a. Obviously, at that age, you're more likely to recover more quickly than someone who's in their 20s, 30s, just because you're still growing. So the repair, the transition from teenager to adult is like the best time for the recovery process to be as speedy as possible. Like, as soon as you hit your 20s, like mid-20s, early 30s, that's when the recovery time for breakages slows down. And then when you're 60, 70, the recovery process is long, and obviously because you're at that age where your body is actually, the cells are dying and they're not reproducing, the recovery process is slow, and it's also not as efficient. So if you damage that wrist again, it's going to break even easier the next time, you know. But that's the same process across the board. But in some cases, like my hand, from where I broke it across here. So like from here down and then all over this side. My hand's stronger now with the reinforced bone than it ever was. Like, because of where the bones, where they've healed, they've fused, and it's caused, rather than having 2 bones that run down, I've now got a bone that runs down to here, a bone that runs down to here, and a ball of bone here from where it's healed. So I've just got a solid lump of bone in my hand from the healing process. It's quite strange actually, but it's a lump. You probably can't see it, but I haven't got one on my other hand, and it's just the healing process. I think it's quite cool personally. It makes me feel like, I don't know, it is weird, admittedly it's weird, because I have problems with, I now have problems with the coordination of my little finger and my ring finger. Like if I try and stick up my ring finger, my little finger comes with it. Zoe says it's weird, and admittedly it is weird because I can't. If I try and put my pinky down and keep my it just doesn't stay up from where the bones are fused. Like I can't raise that any higher because if I bring that up, my pinky starts to come up. So they're almost in sync. But if I do it with this one works like fine. I can do that. I can almost do that. But yeah, I can do that fine, but I can't do that one without my ring finger coming up. Doesn't come up like huge amounts, but it's just not normal. I was never accident prone as a kid anyway. I wasn't sensible. I used to mess about a lot. Like me and my brother used to mess about all the time when we were kids. Sort of when we got sort of 16, 17, like college, school age, like finishing school, starting college age, we didn't really mess about as much. I've not really messed about in a long time. So I think you just sort of, like, you mess about up until about 16 and you hit that wall of like realisation, like you're going to become an adult and you're going to start having to work, pay bills, and you sort of, all those bickering you did as children, you just don't sort of care about anymore, you know? Every minute of every hour, I miss you, I miss you, I miss you more. I'm gonna call the stream earlier, like, I don't even know why I bothered streaming today. Yo, what's up, Mega Matthew? How you doing, man? I'm literally just about to get off. I know the stream was stupidly short today, but I didn't even know whether I was going to be streaming. I was busy editing videos and getting stuff ready, like, so I can slowly phase out the streams every day, but slowly phase in minis, challenge videos, and all that sort of jazz. You know the deal. Every YouTuber does it. I mean, I'm no different. Yes, people only like me because I'm me, and I'm not trying to be someone I'm not. But anyway, I apologise for the shortness of the stream today. I will be back tomorrow. It's going to be probably a couple of hours stream, 2-3 hours tops, because I've got a long working week ahead of me. Your streams are bad. Thanks for the support, Mega Matthew. I appreciate you contributing to my views to get paid, man. And yeah, anyway, I will see you all in my next stream. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Take care. Peace.